Okay, welcome back to Trucking 7 Seas. This is episode number 29, and we're going over week 31. We're staying on the East Coast and visiting some family and trying to see some fall colors in this one. Update on the lease. Just got a phone call actually today, and the lease should be ready by the end of next week. So that's probably October 20th or something like that. It should be ready. And I'm planning on going down and signing paperwork probably October, the Monday of, so October 22nd, 23rd, something like that. Should sign paperwork and we should be in it at that point. So that's exciting. Currently making our way west right now as we're watching this, but last episode we left off in Georgia and we're headed to Savannah. So let's go. Okay, so after the Savannah load, we got dispatched on another one going from Pooler, Georgia, which is Savannah, basically, to Gallatin, Tennessee. However, we are going to relay it in Atlanta. Let's go. Okay, so after we relayed the load in Atlanta, we got dispatched on another one going from Fairburn, Georgia, which is Atlanta, to New Kensington, Pennsylvania. Let's go. Okay, so we dropped the load in New Kensington, Pennsylvania, and we're trying to get over to the Allentown area. I got some family there, and I'm going to take a couple days off to just visit family and see the fall colors. It's that time of year, so we're over here and we're going to do it. So they couldn't actually find a load going to Allentown, so we're actually just going to go ahead and deadhead to Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and drop the truck at the terminal in Carlisle, and then take a couple days off. So let's do that. Okay, so took a couple days off in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Well, we dropped the truck in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, then we went over to the Allentown region and visited some family there. And while we were there, we tried to see the fall colors. So I went over to a place called Bushkill Falls, Pennsylvania, which is a waterfall in Pennsylvania. And I went around the area, kind of north of Allentown. So saw the Bushkill Falls. Here's some photos of it right here and some videos of it right here. Really cool to see that. And that was cool to see. I mean, they call it the Niagara Falls of Pennsylvania, and you know, it's pretty neat. But unfortunately, there weren't any colors. The colors were just coming late, so I guess it was just a warm, October was a warm September, and unfortunately, the colors just hadn't come. I went on a couple hikes and tried to find some, forest with some colors, and it just wasn't meant to be. The trees hadn't turned yet. So I decided to head up north to try to find some colors, maybe in New York. And so I was heading up north, and I just I thought to myself, what's better than the Niagara Falls of Pennsylvania? What's better than seeing the Niagara Falls of Pennsylvania? The actual Niagara Falls. So that was awesome. Got to see the Niagara Falls. Didn't actually have that planned. The plan was to just hang around and spend time with family and see the colors, but there weren't any colors. Spent some time, and then I decided, you know what? I'm close enough to Niagara Falls. I'm gonna go see Niagara Falls. So that's exactly what I did, and that was really cool experience. And yeah, again, it's just one of the cool things about truck driving is you get to do stuff like that. Um, wasn't planned or anything. Just I had the rental car, I had everything. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna go see Niagara Falls, and I did. So that's just one of the really cool things about truck driving is just all the cool places you get to see. Um, but yeah, but in the end though, that New Kensington load was actually going to be the last load on this paycheck. So we're actually going to get into the spreadsheet right now. Okay, it's spreadsheet time. For week 32, we did 3 loads, and we also got a safety bonus, and we got paid time off. In those 3 loads and the paid time off and the safety bonus, we got 1,371 miles. We also got $36 of detention, putting us at $1,851.53 for an average of $1.35 per mile. This $1.35 is obviously totally skewed because we had our safety bonus from last month discharged. So I got 11,738 miles last month at 4 cents per mile, which equals that number. And then this paid time off is for the 3 days I took off this week. So you get paid time off at night. It's three days for the first 90 days, and then after a year you get another 5 days off. And yeah, if you were actually asked if there was paid time off, and I didn't realize there was until I asked my DM, and then he clarified, yeah, it's this amount of days off. So yeah, there's paid time off. It's $227, I think, if my math is right, something like that, per day. So that's what that's about. And yeah, so obviously this $1.35 is totally skewed, but because I had the safety bonus and the paid time off discharge on this paycheck. So that's what that's about. That brings our overall to 70,340 miles. We've been paid a total of $38,223 at 54 cents per mile. If you do not include the layover and detention, it goes down to 51 cents per mile. We're averaging 2,198 miles per week, and we're being paid an average of $1,233 at the same rate per mile. If we kept this up for a 52-week period, we get 114,000 miles and be paid a total of $62,000 again at the same rate per mile, and all of these numbers are gross pay. Days of employment, we've been employed 239 days. We've taken 23 days off. We've had 34 days of layover and 17 hours of detention. Between layover and detention, we've been paid a total of $2,538. We've spent 216 days on duty, and every day we're on duty, we get an average of $176. We've spent 182 days on the road driving, and every day we're actually on the road driving, we get $210. If you wanted to know what you would make in a given week, if you only worked 4, 5, 6 days a week, just multiply this 176 and this 210 by 4, 5, or 6, and it would give you an upper and lower end of what you would make per week. Average load length is 628 miles, and we're getting an average of 386 miles per day every time we're on the road actually driving. Okay, yeah, week 32. Obviously, monetarily wise, it wasn't too bad at all. But obviously there was a couple things to discharge on the paycheck, which coalesced and made the paycheck, juiced. So, yeah. But that was awesome, seeing Niagara Falls. That's probably the biggest perk of over-the-road driving. You get to take the time and see stuff like that. I didn't get to see the colors because I'm just too early, and the summer was too hot, and October has been too warm. So still no colors, at least where I went. Maybe if I went to New York and upstate New York or Maine or whatever, I would have seen them. But I'm fine seeing Niagara Falls instead. That's also cool. So right now we're gonna make our way back to Phoenix, and then by the time we get back to Phoenix, the truck should be ready, and then we'll start leasing. But we're making our way back right now. Probably take us about a week to get back. I'm still, right now as I film this, I'm still in Pennsylvania, so probably a week or more to get back, and yeah, get back to Phoenix and then grab the lease and then start leasing. But that will do it for this episode. If you are interested in this spreadsheet or any of the other spreadsheets I've done in the past, they're available in the comment section or the about section down below. And if you're interested in truck driving, there is a link in the first comment down below and in the about section. Just fill out that link or click that link, fill out the information, and a driver recruiter will get a hold of you. Thanks for watching.